between 7th and 6th place money.
Yeah, now you start to see the jumps matter a little more. You know, if you're on a short stack but somebody's really short, it's going to really kind of handcuff you, not allow you to open as often as you'd like.
Perhaps the term ICM would be appropriate to introduce at this point?
Yeah, it would, certainly.
Refers to independent chip modeling, a mechanism by which players assess the value of their stack in real time, in real money. Sort of a compass of sorts for these pros. Rajkumar's ace-8 opens to 450,000 and picks up Chidwick's jack-5 suited, which turns into top pair on the jack-high rainbow flop.
Good flop for Chidwick. Makes the check on over to Vivek. Looks like he's going to continuation bet for 300,000. Chidwick certainly not folding top pair. The question now is flat, which is the standard play, or does he get frisky and decide to check raise here?
He's also thinking about that he has 4.1 left behind, and how is he going to be able to proceed accordingly with that depth?
Well, all these players at the highest levels are always thinking about how to maximize value. And that's not a good card for Chidwick.
Rajkumar has picked up a gut shot straight draw. Still well behind.
Vivek looks like he's going to use that card to represent something like king, queen, maybe a straight, lots of hands. If he thinks that Chidwick has just a 9 or a 4, he may get him off it. Even a jack is possible.
Yeah, with a better kicker, no doubt.
850 is the bet. Chidwick looks like he's going to make the call and leave himself with about 3 million behind.
Another 1.7 sliding into this pot. Inconsequential looking 6 on the river. Third check out of Chidwick now. And how is Vivek going to proceed with 3.5 million in the middle?
All in! Vivek, realizing he has no showdown value here, is putting Chidwick on maybe a pair and a draw. Feels like the all-in bet could get him off it. Will Chidwick be able to sniff this one out? If anyone can, that's your man.
This for his tournament life. If he's wrong. And he makes the call. Top class stuff from Stephen Chidwick, sniffing out the bluff. And a big double.
That is world-class poker at its best. Stephen Chidwick, among the best players in the world today, and you see Exhibit A as to why. A big...
Small blind versus big blind, you're going to see get folded to the spot a lot. Fedor, 5.2 million. Go
240.
Raising chips into Viktor Kudanov. I'd be scared to raise into Kudanov. We know he's capable of many things. 10-9 offsuit, definitely going to be a defense. Got position. Guy's going to try to pick on you.
King, queen, deuce doesn't hit either holding in terms of a pair, but Kudanov does pick up the gut shot straight draw.
So he actually checks as the pre-flop raiser. Kudanov wondering, didn't see bet this king, queen, deuce. Interesting. Take a free one off. There's the king. Seems like a good spot to start stabbing. Fedor Holtz. You raise 6 high.
Yep.
Mind if I take one of your opponent showing weakness on his flop? Not too much has changed on a turn.
$175.
175, just enough to just fold out some random hands. Oh, Victor here is going to be thinking, am I getting delayed c-bet often enough? Wow. Calls with 10-9 high.
I mean, obviously he does have the draw to the straight, but this is equal parts. Let's make the straight, and equal parts, let's see whether or not I face another barrel on the river. As the ace comes off.
Okay, so I think Fedor is likely going to put Viktor Kudinov on a queen a lot to be able to check back that flop, call a turn bet. He would expect a lot of ace-x to reshove on his open pre-flop with the 20 big blind stack. You would expect pocket pairs to reshove pre-flop, so most likely Fedor thinks that Viktor Kudinov has a queen. The question is, does he think that hand would fold? And he's betting this kind of size that looks very milky. It does look credible for an ace.
Sure does, and I think this may be the end of the road for Kudinov with the 10 high.
This is some power poker. Has he got it in him to make a play trying to represent the king?
You know, it'd be even sexier than making a play is flatting with 10 high. You know that, right? Flatting with 10 high would literally be the sexiest thing I've seen at a Triton so far, and we've seen some very sexy plays.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's going to the time bank.
No way.
Oh my God, is he gonna do it?
No way. 10-9 high. Battling the 6 high. Going potentially a call.
You see, something doesn't add up for Kudinov here.
Yeah, something.
There's an odor in the air here.
So you checking that flop of a king? I don't believe it. You betting that small of a king on a turn.
Oh my God. Did he just call with 10 high?
Wow. Show everyone. This 10-9 high is sick. Sick.
Oh
sick,
my
sick.
goodness.
Just keep nodding your head, Fedor. That is unbelievable.
I'll tell you what. If there's one thing that could have happened that would really gut punch Fedor and make him rethink what's been going on, that was it right there.
Are you doing another round?
No, last hand.
Last hand.
Oh, no.
So one more hand.
Just a walk in the last hand? That's not gonna happen, I guess. Maybe it is. Walk, last hand.
Oi.
Pop, pop, pop. Easy. Easy money.
$22.
Nah.
Give you a chance to get some refund. If you can get lucky. Just move all in.
Fold to Tony G.
收到了。来，再走一走。2, 4, 6, 7.
They want to qualify. And probably do like a big all-in hand. Just will be cool. The three of us like move all in with random hands.
So the very last hand, Tony G with top pair. Gonna fire out. Haxton's got middle pair and Bodzikowski bottom pair.
Lose 900.
Just one call from Haxton. Akita has seen Tony G make a lot of bluffs, random stabs. So there's a chance he thinks a 7 is good occasionally, as long as Haxton's got some straight draws. He's going to continue as well. He's got position. A complete blank. Tony G is reaching for a lot of chips. 70,000 euros, half the pot. He's got the best hand. This image has really been paying off. There's no flush draws. So both Haxton and Bozikowski really only beat straight draws from Tony G. But then again, Tony G's been betting random hands, so it could just be like a 5-4 offsuit. Haxton's going to fold one of them, but now it's on Bozikowski. A very weak pair. And a lot of tension going on. Tony G is actually quite silent in this hand. Might be going through Bozikowski's mind. Wow. It is going to call here a third pair. 270,000 euros in the middle. River card is the 8.
Okay, still have profit. Second last hand lost 200 grand.
Tony G is still value betting top pair for 9 kicker. 120,000 euros.
Y'all got cover chip.
I already counted.
Let him get in. To tell her. Yes, let him get. Let him
What's
go.
crossing Bozikowski's mind is that this is the very last hand, and maybe Tony G is trying to make a play to kind of rub it in his face after.
Now this for you guys.
And Tony G is completely silent.
For 925 plus 5. Good rate.
Akita beats Queen 10, Ace Queen, and pretty much just any random hands.
Slightly off.
Oh, sleep fire.
10-9 did get there. Does also beat Queen 9,
Can sleep 7 hours.
but there's a lot of hands that beat him. Any King. Makita reaching for chips.
Just like this.
Raises to 400,000. Wow, what a sick play.
Yeah.
Can Tony G make the call here of just top pair, no kicker? Wow, he snap calls pretty much on the very last hand.
I'm the best! The best! Yes! The best!
Out there from big tournament series have the prize difference here as their first place prize.
Yeah.
That's how massive this heads up is. You don't get to these situations very often.
So let's start off heads up. Greenwood limps, Jack 9 suited. Michael Soiza with pocket 7s. This is a premium hand heads up, so he is going to raise it. $800,000. It's 4 big blinds. There's no way Greenwood's going to fold. The question is, does he call or does he really make a big play here? Thinking that his opponent is just trying to pick on the first limp of heads up. This is the very first hand of heads up.
Yeah.
He's going to call here.
It's also very annoying when you just started the heads up and you want to get a feel. Like Sam Greenwood likes to play really small pots when he plays heads up, and immediately the first hand gets bumped to 4 big blinds.
Wow, look at this flop. Greenwood flops an open-ended straight draw. Soiza an underpair to 2 cards. It's actually pretty annoying because there's 1.8 million in the middle already. Soiza's going to check. You can't blame him. This is a pretty tough spot. Greenwood checks it back. Comes a turn card. It's an 8. So if you're Soiza here, you got to feel pretty good that Greenwood checked back. You know, the board pairs makes your 7s more likely to be good. Is it worth betting? The bad news is that a 10 would actually counterfeit your hand.
Yeah, I think he's pretty comfortable because I think there's a big chance Greenwood would have put a small bet out there even when he had an 8, just to not give high cards a free shot at it. I really like this bet from Soiza.
Yeah, you got to protect your hand, get some value. Greenwood most likely would bet a 10 in position. With 2 8s out there, it makes it unlikely for Greenwood having an 8, so I think it's a safe bet. Greenwood actually has an open and a straight draw, and he's got position.
There's a lot of reasons to assume that his 9 might even be good. I think he's definitely going to assume his Jack is good as well.
Yeah, there's no way Greenwood's going anywhere in position. Let's call. See if you hit your hand. Maybe your opponent, maybe you miss, but your opponent checks, so you can bluff at it.
Yeah.
3.2 million. This is the first hand of heads up. River card is the king, so Soiza still has 8s and 7s. Greenwood 0% to win unless he bluffs Soiza off of the hand. I'd imagine it's hard to get value of pocket 7s right now after you bet that turn and get called. You'd only be hoping for a 3 to call you. So he's going to check, try to get the showdown. Greenwood, Jack 9. This pot is so big, he can't just let this go and just check it back. He needs to bet something. Otherwise, he's giving up too much.
Yeah, the king is a pretty troublesome card for him, though. Like, what is he actually betting here? Would he bet a weak 10 for value, or?
Yeah. So the thing is, I think the most likely hand he can represent is an 8. It's hard to represent because there's 2 8s out there already. Wow, he shoves all in.
Okay, yeah, that's
How much is it?
that's a sick move.
This is the very first hand of heads up. Greenwood is representing an 8 and only an 8 right now.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because of the bet sizing, it's an 8 or nothing.
Yeah, it is very credible, though, because you check back the flop. A lot of players like to check back middle pair. Michael Soiza only beats a bluff. So you're Soiza here. You got to think about all of the combos you beat. You beat diamonds. They're missed. You beat Jack 9. You beat Queen Jack.
Yeah, he blocks 9-7. That's one of the problems.
We've seen Soiza make a big hero call against Ivan, and it was correct earlier. Can he make one more hero call? 7 million chips in the middle.
If he calls, it's all over immediately.
This is also a shot clock tournament, which is against Soiza right now. He only has a few time bank chips left. He's already burned one on this hand. Soiza's really thinking about it. He knows you got an 8 or you don't.
Gotta respect this bluff here by Sam Greenwood.
Soiza's excellent. He makes the call.
He does it.
You got it.
Amazing.
What a call.
Pocket 7s is good. Michael Soiza is the champion. That was a $400,000 heads-up match in one hand.
Wow, what a call. Huge props to both players. What a fantastic hand.
That is amazing. Michael Soiza wins event number
Over to Antonius. 15 blinds. Playable enough? Yeah, I mean, it's that suitedness, right? It's just like, yeah, can never be wrong, technically. Especially from a chip EV point of view. I was thinking about it because it's not the best playability. Here we go.
2.2 million out there.
Deuce. But 2 overs, gut shot, aggression.
One would assume we're going to see a turn card, Randy Mustafov, with the gut shot on 2 overs, Antonius bottom pair.
7.
And backdoor hearts connecting with this 7-6 deuce flop. Missing a 1/3 c-bet from Veradine.
pot could get dicey on the turn. Antonius, with this stack size, probably will be calling.
3.6 million in the middle. We head to the turn. Queen of Hearts rolling off over card to the flop. Essentially a card that Mustafa is going to continue barreling on. Little as you know, Antonius not going anywhere. So he has turned a flush draw.
A little bit tempting the multi-barrel.
1,000,004.
1.4 million. Antonius with a hand that can definitely check call again.
Any merit to check jamming this turn and just...
Possible, but I don't think you'll get a better hand to fold.
For sure.
But you can definitely be charging hands that have equity like this 10-8, 2 clubs.
Rather than playing the guessing game on a brick river where, you know, you get to the river with bottom pair.
Yeah, a lot of merit. Generally speaking, you'd be check jamming a little bit more often if you can get better hands to fold. You know, if you were...
See what he comes with facing the 40% turn barrel. Check call kind of feels, I don't know, really dicey. We get to the river, bottom pair, have some fold equity. Let's just push our equity now, you know, if we get called, we have emergency outs. Curious to hear what the viewers at home think Patrick should do.
No, call.
You said call.
$6.4 million in the middle, just 3.5 behind. Ace of diamonds on the river. Brick City for Patrick.
Can he barrel again with 10-8 high? It's unlikely for Antonius to hit the ace. A lot of these hands of ace could rejam pre-flop hypothetically.
All in.
All in with 10-8
Wow,
high.
gangster.
And Antonius has got bottom pair. Can he make the call for the sickest hand of this tournament?
The fact that Antonius hasn't like insta-mucked his hand. You know, the sickest thing.
Then I'm dead.
You do have one more left, Patrick, and your hand will be deemed dead if you're given a countdown.
Crunch time.
It really is.
Can he make the call?
After tanking for this long, very coming with the 1/3 on the flop.
Good call.
1/3 on the turn, and he makes the call. Randy, are you kidding me?
Patrick Antonius, ladies and gentlemen.
No
He's
time,
done
but
it.
one left.
I mean, take a bow, sir. Calls flop correctly, calls turn.